Today, we're discussing the recent speculation that Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund or PIF is considering buying a remaining stake in the electric vehicle startup, Lucid Group. We'll be looking at the potential benefits and risks of a takeover for both parties and why the rumors have sent Lucid stock soaring. So stay tuned to find out all the details and to get the inside scoop on this developing story. January 27, 2023, Lucid Group saw its share price soar by as much as 75% on the back of a report about the potential bid from Saudi Arabia's PIF. Throughout the day, Lucid stock pulled back to some degree. However, shares are still currently trading up 40% from the previous day's closing price. No official statement has been made about a takeover bid, neither by Lucid Group nor by Saudi Arabia's PIF. So why could a takeover make sense? Saudi Arabia's PIF is the country's sovereign wealth fund worth hundreds of billions of dollars. The fund thus surely has the required means to buy Lucid, which traded with a market capitalization of $16 billion prior to the rumors. PIF has a stated mandate of driving the transformation of the Saudi Arabian economy with effective long-term investments. PIF endeavors to be a leading investor while sparking an impact felt beyond Saudi borders and maintains a leading and impactful investment strategy in line with Vision 2023. PIF is also investing in more down-to-earth assets, such as Lucid Group. In fact, with a 62% stake, PIF is the majority holder of Lucid Group already, prior to any rumored takeover bids. PIF has also regularly added to its stake in Lucid, which includes a $900+ million investment in November when Lucid was already trading publicly for quite some time. This tells us two things. First, PIF is obviously seeing future value in Lucid. Otherwise, they wouldn't have bought into the company in the first place. Second, Saudi Arabia's PIF seemingly does not see Lucid as an overvalued stock. So while a takeover bid is far from guaranteed, it would make sense from PIF's side. I believe the fund already owns a major stake, seemingly sees Lucid as attractive as shown by recent purchases. The company and the country are already aligned and will work on manufacturing facilities in Saudi Arabia, and Lucid fits PIF's goals of moving into the new high-growth markets. But a sale to Saudi Arabia's PIF also makes sense for Lucid. The company could see some benefits as well. First, if taken private by the fund, pressure when it comes to delivering near-term results would wane. Public markets are oftentimes criticized for their near-term focus, but when Lucid is owned by PIF, it can focus on developing the company for the long run. Quarterly results wouldn't matter as much. If Lucid would be taken private, regulatory and administrative burdens that are connected to being a publicly traded company would cease to exist. That would not only result in lower costs for Lucid, all else equal, but it would also result in manpower being available for other tasks. When fully owned by PIF, raising additional money could also be easier for Lucid should it need additional funding. It could just access funds from its sole owner, and there would not be any squabbles over valuations and other items. So there are good arguments for a takeover by PIF as it could make sense for both parties. But is Lucid a buy based on this rumor? The fact that the takeover of Lucid by PIF could make sense does not mean that it will actually happen, however. It also doesn't mean that investors should buy Lucid now, following a sizable jump in its share price, in hopes of seeing near-term returns if PIF does indeed make a bid for Lucid. While that could work out in case there is a takeover bid at a high enough price, buying Lucid for this purpose seems like speculation to me. If there is no takeover bid, Lucid Group would most likely see its share price pull back. When it was trading at around $9 before these rumors emerged, there is no good reason for Lucid to trade well above that level in case the rumor turns out to be wrong, which could very well be the case. Lucid has the strong tech. Its vehicles receive great reviews and awards, and in my personal opinion, they look great. But at the same time, Lucid is still far from a large player, as it is only selling a couple of thousand vehicles per quarter for now. That is why Lucid is still far from being profitable, which is why it is highly unlikely that its market capitalization will grow much in the near term unless there is a takeover bid. Now, before we continue, please like this video if you are enjoying it so far. Stick around until the end of the video to find out more about the potential for Lucid. Don't miss out on this valuable information if you are planning to invest in an automaker stock. Make sure to watch until the end. Lucid trades at 7 times 2023's expected revenue, while peers Tesla and BYD Company Limited traded at 5 times and 2 times revenue, respectively. Lucid thus does not look like a bargain compared to other EVs, although it arguably has a better relative growth potential over the coming years thanks to being a smaller still. The stock's parabolic move was exacerbated by investors covering short positions. Short interest across the EV space has surged to dangerously high levels, making stocks such as Lucid prone to short squeezes. The PIF already owns 65% of Lucid, which produced 7,180 vehicles in 2022. If the Saudis buy the remainder of the company, it could provide a greater degree of viability for the company over the long term. Lucid is up 86% since the beginning of January amid a broader rally in EV stocks. Last year, Lucid shares declined more than 80%, underperforming the broader market. It's important to remember that the Lucid Group is still a relatively small player in the EV space. Its production rate is currently only at about 38 units per day, which is nowhere near achieving mass production. By comparison, Tesla's Q4 production rate was 4,779 units per day. So, while the company has seen a significant jump in its stock price in recent weeks, it still has a long way to go before it can compete with the larger players. Investors should also keep in mind that Lucid has yet to turn a profit and may need to raise additional capital in order to grow. Finally, it's important to remember that the rumors of a potential takeover by the PIF are just that, rumors. Until an official statement is made, investors should proceed with caution and do their own research. So, in conclusion, a takeover of Lucid Group Incorporated by Saudi Arabia's public investment fund could make sense. But as no official statement has been made, I believe buying solely on that rumor is risky. If the rumor turns out to be false, Lucid Group Incorporated could have significant downside potential. It's always best to do your own research and make sure you understand the risks involved before investing in any stock. So it's important to keep this in mind when considering a potential investment in Lucid. We've reached the end of today's episode, so what do you think? Would a takeover of Lucid Group by Saudi Arabia's public investment fund be a good move for both parties? Let us know in the comments section below. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I'm Fred. Please subscribe, like, and share this video. Now, do you want to know the latest update about Tesla stock? If so, click and watch the next video here to know more.